Here's a creative style piece on the future of Mark Consuelos' character on 911, and what his wife Kelly Ripa says about it. Act 1. The big surprise: Mark Consuelos recently revealed that he will appear in Season 9 of 911 playing a character named Trip Hauser, or Triphauser, as some reports list his role. A tech billionaire, Musk-ish, Bezos-ish, who finds himself in an emergency and thus the paramedics, fire crew are called in. Kelly Ripa teased this with relish, calling it, "the fantasy role of my life. I'm finally married to a tech billionaire." Already, this is a departure for Mark from his more familiar roles, and the premise on 911 is wild. Yes, a whale swallowing him is even on the table. Act 2. What we know: the character Trip appears in a few episodes of Season 9. Mark himself said, "We can't talk about any of the details. I play a tech billionaire. His name is Trip, and he experiences an emergency situation, so he needs to call 911. Kelly said she doesn't even know if his character dies. She admitted on their talk show that, "He's told me nothing." Act 3. The big question: what's next for Mark's character? Because we don't have full disclosure from the show or the actor, much of the future is speculative, but we can lay out possibilities and use Kelly's remarks as a clue. Possibility A. A short guest arc. Since the talk has been a few episodes, rather than season-long, it could be a contained story. The character enters, faces crisis, involvement with the 118 crew, and exits. This model is common for many guest stars on steady shows. Possibility B. The character survives, and becomes recurring. If the character resonates with viewers or with the creative team, Trip could remain in the story as a recurring figure. E.g., a high-profile client of the fire EMS team, a tech investor in rescue technologies, or even a philanthropic partner of the 118. Kelly's playful spin suggests she'd like more. She even joked about a spin-off, The Bumbling Astronaut, if you'll recall, when asked about Mark's fate. Possibility C. The character meets a dramatic end. Given the show's tone, high stakes, life and death emergencies, it's entirely possible that Trip's arc ends with his death, dramatic, impactful, and launching further storylines for the regular cast. Kelly's admission that she doesn't know if he dies suggests the show is keeping its cards close, often a signal of something big. Act 4. What Kelly Ripa's comments reveal: Kelly's commentary gives us some meta clues. She's publicly excited and supportive of Mark's involvement. This signals that the arc is meaningful and not just a one-scene cameo. Her joke about being finally married to a tech billionaire, and her enthusiasm to watch the episode front row indicates she and Mark view this as more than a throwaway gig. Her revelation that she doesn't know whether he dies suggests two things. Either the production is strict about secrecy, so the moment is significant, or that his fate is still undecided, maybe a cliffhanger. The spin-off joke, The Bumbling Astronaut, hints at the possibility of the character surviving and continuing elsewhere. If only tongue-in-cheek, it shows she's open to the idea of more Trip. Act 5. My prediction: putting together the threads. Here's what I predict. Mark Consuelos' character Trip Hauser will start as a guest arc of several episodes. He will survive the immediate crisis, the whale incident or whatever big event, but be left in a position where he becomes a recurring figure, either as a benefactor of the 118 team or someone with ongoing involvement in disasters, rescues due to his tech world. I don't think he'll die, because his fate being ambiguous, plus Kelly's excitement, suggests survival, and perhaps a return. The showrunners may test the character's popularity before committing him to more episodes. If the audience response is strong, Trip could become a recurring character beyond Season 9, maybe even leading to spin-off options. But if the arc is meant to be self-contained and dramatic, then perhaps it ends with him moving on, or off-screen, leaving a legacy impact. Act 6. Why this matters for Mark Consuelos. It's a splashy return to primetime acting in a hit network show. An opportunity to stretch his craft and reputation beyond his talk show persona. For the show 911, bringing in a known star in a high-stakes arc adds buzz, possibly draws new viewers, and gives the series a fresh guest dynamic. For Kelly Ripa and viewers, it's fun. She gets to cheer on her husband in a dramatic role and viewers get to follow both their careers. For story development, a character like Trip offers the writers new angles: tech billionaire in crisis, high-stakes emergencies with a rich backing, moral, power dilemmas. which can enrich the main ensemble's arcs. Final thoughts. While the exact future of Trip Hausa is still under wraps, the clues point to something substantial, not just a cameo. Kelly Ripa's comments show both excitement and genuine curiosity. She doesn't know what happens next either. For fans of Mark Consuelos, this arc looks promising. It might open doors to more dramatic roles, recurring TV work, or even spin-off potential. If I were advising Mark, lean fully into the arc, build chemistry with the 118 crew, keep an eye on audience and showrunner feedback, and perhaps quietly lobby for more episodes. For viewers, tune into those first few episodes of Season 9 of 911, watch for his character's payoff, and enjoy the ride.